guys. This low again with the polished edge. Just getting ready to sharpen another kitchen knife. As usual, personal protection equipment is important. Might be hassle to put on and take off, but safety first. Okay, so what do we have here? This is a Yaxell Santoku. It's made in Japan. The owner told me that it's made of VG10s, Damascus, and it's been with him for many, many years. So there are improper sharpening attempts done to this. You can see all the scratches on the side. Apparently they are done by two different people. We won't go into too much detail there, but that is a great example of ensuring your knife gets sharpened by someone who knows what they're doing, especially if it's a knife of high value or something that you don't want to get ruined. Okay, so I am to sharpen this to a high finish, to 10,000 grit, like my Miyabi video, which I've just only posted actually. But first, because the edge is so dull and there's some scratches, there are some chips in here. The tip's also a little bit rounded. So I'm gonna go into the machine for a while, do some of the heavy work, and then I'll go on to the jigs, the jelly jigs, where I will do the refinement on Japanese water stones. So yeah, let's get to work. Alright, so that's done. I did a bit of a deburring on the belt, but it wasn't enough. So I went next door, got my strops, stropped it up a bit. Not the proper amount of strops, but enough. So one thing I wanted to touch on today is de-stressing the blade. Now when I just first started at the machine, I started recording what I was doing. I'm not sure if you would notice, but I put the edge right up against the belt. Now this guarantees a few things. First of all, on the edge, if you can imagine a wire clip, a metal wire clip, if you bend it to and fro many times, eventually it snaps. Alright, so imagine the same thing happening to your edge, albeit on a smaller scale, but it is happening. Now we call that metal fatigue. Whether you strop it multiple times, or you keep cutting it on it, and you strop it again, you're fatiguing that steel. All right. So even if I were to sharpen on fatigued steel, and it's a very, very small amount, okay. Even if I sharpen on the fatigued steel, there's a probability that the edge at that fatigued portion will give up a lot faster than the others. So what I do is I remove a little bit of steel, maybe a few tenths of an mm, and we essentially expose fresh steel behind it, fresh, not so or not fatigued steel in the blade. Right, I hope that makes sense. Right, so as in all my other videos, I make sure that the belt is constantly soaked and wet, as well as moving really slow. Now this is again to protect the edge. All right, we don't want to damage the heat treat. These are hardened. If you do run them fast, hard, and hot, there's a chance that you will burn the edge, causing it to soften. And if you dunk it in water, it could cause it to become overly brittle. So don't do that. Don't let it even get remotely hot, because again, hardened steel, there's no proper or efficient way for you to undo that kind of damage. Once it's burned, the knife's performance is just going to drop, and you're not going to get much out of it after that. Okay, so let's sharpen this on the jigs, and that'll pretty much be it. It's not a very complicated story, this knife. guys, so I just finished hand sharpening this. Finished it on 10,000 grit stone, and of course up to 0.25 micron strops, just like I did in the Miyabi. So here's the reflection. Just look into the edge. Of course it's a little bit difficult for the camera to pick this up, but that is one clean edge. One thing that really slows me down when I sharpen a knife is that between stones I stop and I take the knife and I try to slice something with it, and the slice is nice, so I just keep cutting, and this happens at every grit, so you can imagine how much time it actually ends up taking just to sharpen a knife. But that slicing so gorgeously, very effortlessly too. So yeah, that's VG10 up to 0.25 microns. Now I'm gonna do the standing cut thing. Just adjust this down. There we go. Right, so I didn't cut all the way down because I don't want the edge to touch the mat. This edge is perfect right now, and I mean, who knows what's on a mat. I use this to sharpen on. So alright, I mean, that was a nice cut. That's a short flip too. It's pretty cool. Alright, so that's a very straightforward knife, and it's done. I'm gonna wrap it up and just send this video to the customer, and he'll pick it up tomorrow morning, and I hope you'll be happy with it. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Do give us a like and a subscribe. We do appreciate that thumbs up. Don't forget to share this with your friends, anyone who's a knife nut, any chef who needs his knife sharpened, or anyone who just wants his tools in tip-top condition. Send them the video, you know, they might be able to use some help. Alright, so you guys stay safe and stay sharp. I will see y'all in the next video.